25-yard line.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins finding Sanders on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Cousins to throw it.
Quick slant here to Smith. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing is Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On 2nd down, Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Throwing, Cousins. Buying time to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, 3rd and 7 now. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, swing in the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Just keeping the... And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. Badgley's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
This one fielded at the 5.
Now White lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins escaping the pressure right.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It was Harrison Smith there up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. Cousins going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. Complete, Jefferson the target. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. Levante David in on the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 29, Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's got the 1st down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time,
under pressure, and they got to him again.
Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Stop made there by Brian Asamoah.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Brady.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Inside handoff now to Fournette.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They got 29 yards that time.
And now now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A shotgun give to Fournette. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second down and goal. Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Cousins throw complete there to Smith. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now, because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Second down and 7.
Here's Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down. Now Cousins. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
First down, here's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get out.
Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings... to the field and finish it off with 6 points. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
So out come the Bucs now. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we can also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home was a big deal. But now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Brady. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Brady now on 1st down. There's Evans again, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Up the gut, Fournette. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Brady.
And this one caught downfield by Evans.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Dalvin Tomlinson busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Throwing now is Brady.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. This to make it a 2-score game. Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Adam Thielen and the rest of the Vikings offense, they get set for their next possession. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. And here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 14. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. To throw is Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Fournette going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Bucs Bucs are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. And he's got it. What a catch on this. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Open man, once again, it's Thielen.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. Now he'll escape to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this 4th quarter. Second down, back to Fournette. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And they knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Fournette.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.
The Buccaneers are moving on in these playoffs as we say thanks for watching and so long.